And welcome to another video. Today we are going to prepare this dog image for engraving. If you want to follow along, you can get the image from the website in this video. I picked this image as it contains a lot of white, which can make engraving it difficult. First, let's increase the image size and DPI. 318 DPI works well. Even if your laser doesn't engrave that high, you can change it in Lightburn later. It's better to process images higher than drop the DPI rather than the other way. Next, let's make it black and white. This is what our laser will see to burn the image. Move the color sliders to adjust the image. You're looking to enhance and bring out some more detail. I duplicated the image here for later so we can see the difference after our edits. Now let's take the image into develop mode. This is found at the top of the screen. The first slider is to brighten the whites in the image. As the image is already very white, I reduced it slightly. Next we have the black point, which increases or reduces black in an image. We want to try and introduce more black. This is to add contrast and more detail to this very white image. Now the contrast. This will affect the image as a whole. The clarity slider will clean up finer details in the image, but too much will make the image pixelated and blurry, so don't overdo it. Saturation will remove color from an image, but as we don't have any, it won't do anything. Now we move on to the shadows and highlights. I actually increase the shadows here as it brings more detail to the face of the dog. You can turn on and off the adjustments to see the before and after effects. I've found the detail refinement can be very image dependent, so play with the sliders to see if it helps. It didn't hear too much. Tap the tick once finished. Now we are going to add some live filters. Make sure to check the live filter slider at the top. This is so we can go back if needed and change it if we want. Scroll to the bottom and select Unmask Sharpen. Input the values of 25 and 15. I found that values between 20 to 35 for sharpen and 10 to 20 for radius works well for most images. You can see the effects by switching the layer on and off. Now select shadows and highlights and play with the sliders enough to make details stand out more. Again, we can turn the layer on and off to see the effect it has. Now scroll up and select the high pass filter. I usually input a value of 10 to 20 here. A lot of the time 10 is enough, but I went with 15 on this one. Now we want to adjust the blend mode. This is to make the image come back with more details. I used overlay here, but feel free to experiment. We then add another high pass filter at a lower value. This will affect less of the image but still enhance some more details. Again, I used overlay for this. We can now check our before and after the filter. Also, let's see how far we have come from the original. Move the copy to the top of the layer panel and turn it on to see the original copy. Nice, but not quite happy. We can use tools like dodge and burn to target certain areas. Dodge will lighten and burn will darken. It's a little hard to see on my iPad, but I'm using the burn tool to target parts of the dark fur to make them more black. As you can see, the image is changing slightly. It's not much, but is enough. I then used the dodge tool to help brighten some areas of white. I think that's enough. Let's take one more look at the before and after. Thanks for watching. I will see you next video.